going on, y'all? It's your boy Robbie. We are back for another react. This is going to be coming from the brother Jew Almighty. Black celebrities keep making racists rich even after facing discrimination. One thing's for sure, we as black people, we gonna definitely make sure that we make everybody else rich but ourselves. So it's a old tale, but a true tale. Let's get to the video.
Never ever spend your hard-earned money where you're not wanted or appreciated.
It was the one house that we wanted. The owner wouldn't sell me the house. Like, nah, we don't want no niggas.
We should all only be spending our money where we're valued as people and customers. It's a simple concept, right? Because it all comes down to respect and understanding the value of a dollar.
I need us to stop patronizing businesses that don't respect us, but they want your money to keep their doors open. Stop giving them your money until they give you some real respect.
But somehow, when it comes to black, rich celebrities, that logic completely goes out the window.
And I overpaid like a motherfucker. Just I bought with my pride and my ego.
I'm talking about guys like T.I. and Shaq, men who have personally experienced discrimination even after they got rich and famous.
The old guy says, yo man, you asked about all these cars, can you afford them?
And instead of them calling out those businesses or individuals for being racist or discriminatory and holding them accountable in whatever way they can, instead of respecting themselves more and taking their money elsewhere where they're valued as people, whether it was pride or ignorance, they decided the best thing to do was to reward that behavior by spending hundreds of thousands, if not millions, in places that they weren't wanted.
Now I'm pissed. I said, what the f you just said to me? So I buy 3.
That's not a flex. It's really the opposite.
Yeah, honestly, if you think about it, that was really a sales tactic on the low. He's like, how can I get to your ego? You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you're an African-American man. You likely probably don't have the money. Even though you're Shaq, it's like, this is Shaq we talking about. I'm sure he could buy plenty of cars, but he's like, how can I get more money out of this dude? Okay, let me use this angle. You know what I'm saying? It's all psychological. That was, what's the term? Damn, I forgot. It'll come back to me though.
All that
reverse psychology. That's what I was talking about. Well, that's what I was thinking about.
Does is send one message to people that don't like us. You can disrespect us and we'll still spend our money with you, which then just continues the disrespect that we as people receive.
That jacket is $1,800. No refunds.
What, you think I can't pay for it?
Well, there is no layaway plan.
But I'm Jew. Welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
So I went and bought a house for $5 million. I'm in a Rolls Royce joint. Me and my boy Alex Tyson in there. He buy 2. So I come in the next day, and I got on Laker sweats. Me and my boy Alex, we looking around. I'm looking like a bum. I don't like to waste. I like to spend money, but I don't like to waste money. So I don't want to spend $400 for a car. So I'm like, hey man, how much is this? How much is this one? So finally the old guy says, yo man, you asked about all these cars, can you afford them?
Would a salesman seriously ever ask a white person that ever? No, the assumption would just be they can afford it. They have money, or they have family money, or they have the credit to do whatever. But when it comes to a black person, who clearly Shaq is 7 feet tall, so even somebody like Shaq is met with distrust, disrespect, and discrimination. We all kind of know this you can't afford it vibe. Most of us have experienced it before one way or another. Hell, Eddie Murphy called it out in Boomerang back in 1992.
Yo, I'm getting this, Marcus.
Step off.
Ball.
That jacket is $1,800. No refunds.
What, you think I can't pay for it?
Well, there is no layaway plan.
Hey, we're okay, we don't need any help.
We don't keep cash in the store.
Just suck 'em, man. Don't even trip on that.
Racial.
Yeah, you're right, man. It's just a natural fear of black people that's programmed. You know, like, watch. See how frightened you are?
But if we're being generous to that salesman, we can also assume that he knew exactly who Shaq was. Again, dude is 7'1", like 300 pounds, wearing Lakers shorts, looking at expensive cars. So either the salesman was using reverse psychology to try to ego him into spending more money than he would have,
that's
or
what
he
it
legit
was.
didn't know who Shaq was and thought he was wasting time by asking about cars that he couldn't afford.
Now I'm pissed. I said, what the f you just said to me? So I buy 3. That one, and that, and I want them dropped off. Move the seat back today, I want them dropped. So I got 3 Rolls Royces that never dropped. So they go another $1 million, that's 6.
He got discriminated against in a car dealership trying to buy Rolls Royces. He was mad, and his get back was, I'm not gonna leave the store and go to your competitor and buy 3 expensive cars and then rub it in your face somehow, like driving up to the lot like, yeah, I bought this same car down the street. Like literally, he would have had to pull up like Thugnificent from the Boondocks. just parked right in front of the dealership, speakers blasting. That's the only thing that would have justified him getting egoed into spending $1 million on cars. Especially when he said he didn't really want a car in the first place until the salesman tried to play with him. And his get back was, I'm gonna make you richer and probably get you a bonus by buying 3 of these cars from your shop just to show you in spite. How does that make sense? How does that hurt anybody?
Doesn't make
it
sense
actually
at
only
all,
benefits
man.
the dealership and probably the salesman. It's not like Shaq held him accountable. It's not like
he definitely got him with that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure there's other instances like this where, you know, black men get caught up in their ego and they use this as a sales mechanism because they know we have that, you know, PTSD and just coming from the hood and not having anything for somebody to tell you like, oh, can you afford this? Man, watch out. You know what I'm saying? And then we get caught up.
Shaq went and talked to the owner, like, I really want to buy these cars. However, this person acted like I couldn't afford them, so I don't want to do business with you. No, he just rewarded the dealership for discrimination and then flexed like that was a good thing. It's not. We just shouldn't accept certain treatment from establishments that we're spending our money at.
This the shit I be talking about with us as a people, as black people, customer service, and what we tolerate and what we allow to be presented to us, and we just continue to patronize and shop there. I'm not about to spend my money in a store that automatically thinks that I'm a fucking thief and that I'm gonna steal from them. I'm just not. I work too hard for my money for all of that buffoonery. And I want black people, minority people, a lot of us work too hard to accept what we accept. I need us to stop patronizing businesses that don't respect us enough, but they want your money to keep their doors open. Stop giving them your money until they give you some real respect.
The black dollar plays a major part in not only...
Yeah, yo. Like, for those that don't know, or you do, well, for some that don't know, the buying power of the black dollar is in the trillions. In the trillions. We are the biggest consumers. You know what I'm saying? And we don't even have a stake in any of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? All we do is consume. And it would probably be a cold day in hell when we stop supporting all of these businesses that don't give a lick about what we have going on. You know what I'm saying?
Fueling this economy, but in making all these companies richer, especially with how fast the black dollar is said to leave the black community. Black people's money is often spent in businesses owned by non-black people, meaning dollars go to someone else and are not reinvested in the black community.
3% of businesses in black communities are black owned. That's a problem. And the reason why we have $2 trillion of spending power, but only 2% that's spent in our community is because we have nowhere to spend it. Our money stays in our community 6 hours. Black people, we want to do business with each other. We just have nowhere to do business with.
It's also true for
You know what it is too? Another reason why you don't see a lot of black businesses, because all of these other nationalities, they have business deals and partnerships with all of the suppliers overseas. Everything that's in America is imported. We don't produce anything. We don't mass produce nothing. Everything is imported. So all of these beauty supply stores and nail salons and stuff like that, all this stuff is imported from China, you know, Asia and stuff like that. So they lock in key with their own over there. So they get a lot of that stuff sent over here for little next to nothing. But you, being a black business owner, you probably have to pay triple the price for the supply. So now you gotta damn near quadruple your price in order to make profit, in order to break even. And so that right there just deters black people from doing business with each other, because like, oh, you charging me too much. But it's understood though. You know, they overcharging you for the supply.
Businesses that accept a black person's dollar but don't have black suppliers, black employees, or even black maintenance. Black dollars spent rarely make it back to the person spending it. A classic story of gentrification. So if we're spending our money anywhere, we should be valued as people and respected as customers, not looked at as a nuisance or inconvenience, and we just should not tolerate poor customer service or disrespect. We can simply take our money elsewhere. The old man worked for the dealership. He knew what he was doing. What, reverse psychology? The sales guy was a pro. No, right, because he got him to buy a car by just saying he couldn't afford it. You tried to prove you could afford not one, but 3 cars, and he jumped for joy thinking about the commission. Exactly. Yeah, Shaq, you really showed the dealer. Right. Old man was a car salesman vet. He knew who Shaq was. That goes to my previous point, that if the salesman knew who Shaq was, he just flat out played him. Because he knew exactly what would trigger a young black man with money. Black people's psychology around money isn't new. White people in business have been studying black people's buying habits since the 60s.
The secret of selling to the Negro is expressed in one word. That word is recognition. They need recognition. Perhaps because he's had so little of it, the Negro needs even more. He needs to feel important. It shows up even in many of the Negro's shopping habits.
Ebony magazine founder John H. Johnson funded a promotional film bluntly titled The Secret of Selling the Negro Market. The short documentary was aimed at advertisers insisting that black Americans were not only consumers, but an untapped market ripe for products, emphasizing the economic power of black families. In other words, black people were framed as a market niche that businesses needed to recognize, and it packaged black identity as a commodity. It taught white executives exactly how to sell to black consumers. It literally instructs companies to sell the image of success to black Americans.
And then the hypocrisy of the statement, I don't like wasting money, immediately proceeds to waste money. Right. I think this basically sums it up. That'll show him, Shaq. And this was my point. See, I would have went across the street to the competition and spent that same money. Right. So you gave him commission over $1 million in sales? Wow, you really showed him. And T.I. told a similar story, but this time with more overt racism to it.
That's a house, man, bruh. I didn't even want this house.
How long you had that house?
Man, I had that house, goddamn, now it is 14 years, bro. 14 years, 2006. 14 years. So that's a house that she said, she told me I always wanted to live on a lake. I wanted to live on some water. I'm like, damn, we in Atlanta. What the fuck? You know what I mean? So I found this place and she took me to this lake. And it's the only lake or the closest lake where you could have a boat, a jet ski, you know what I mean, all on your back dock. And that's some that was, like, nigga, you don't find that in the city. Oh, yeah. I got a boat. I ain't never bought no jet ski, but, you know what I mean? I got, like, a little boat with a motor.
With a motor? Why did he specify that? I assumed it had a motor. It's not a sailboat. You're not on the ocean. I assumed it was a motorized boat, Tim.
And that's some shit you don't really find here.
Damn, I ain't know that existed here.
Yeah, hell yeah. If you want a house, let me know. Goddamn. But so I bought that house really, man. So we went looking at house and it was one that wasn't even finished yet. And then we tried to buy that one. And we had the money. I had just got like a $5 million something, and then another $10 million something, and another $2 million. I was sitting.
He's probably talking about 2003, 4, 5, back when trap music came out, urban legend after that. So T.I. was probably cooking back then. He could have bought land just about anywhere with how big he was back then and the amount of money he had coming in. Built his own house and a man-made lake on top of that. I think Rick Ross did something like that. I know Boosie is building his whole compound.
Welcome to Lake Badass. Ooh. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Let's go. Welcome to Lake Badass. Oh, mama. Big boys in Lake Badass.
Put your pants up, sir. Put your pants up, sir.
Yeah.
Too old for that.
Some nice shit here, boy.
Real big boy.
Yes, sir. Shout out to that man who put me off his lake. You motivated me for putting me off your lake, bro. All this laying back, you could build your own lake, nigga. You motivated me. I'm sorry for cutting you out.
Believe that.
So he could have took his money and really built his own compound the way he wanted.
Plus, I was doing shows, so you know what I mean? It wasn't no issue. So it was the one house that we wanted. It wasn't 100% finished. It may have had about 75% of it done. The owner wouldn't sell me the house because the other motherfuckers around there, the neighbors, was like, nah, we don't want no niggas. Like, we don't want no, don't sell it to him, basically.
So the owner, whether he was racist or not, he was a racist sympathizer, and the rest of the community didn't want to sell a black person a house. So the owner of the house that Tip wanted refused to sell him the house. That's racism and discrimination smacking him right in the face right there. Me personally, I'm one of those people. I like living in black communities. There's no shortage of that where I live. I like being around black people. So I wouldn't even want to buy a house in a community of people that don't.
This is what I'm saying. Like, you would have to live in a neighborhood that has a bunch of affluent African Americans who have their own businesses that do good business, that's where I would want to live. I don't want to be around nobody that don't want me in their neighborhood either. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But I would imagine back in 2006, whenever he said that was, not saying that you didn't have established black people, but it probably wasn't in high numbers like it may be today. So that would be my move when I get to that type of money.
Want me there. I don't want to live around that. And I'm not even talking about back in the day where black people had to do that to integrate all white neighborhoods. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying right now, as a free black man, you can live anywhere you want. I don't want to live in a community where it's a weird vibe or a bunch of racist people that I know don't want me there.
So he blocked me from buying a house. I said, oh, hell no.
That's where you take your money, your millions of dollars, and go buy your own land, build your own house, have a lake, and whatever other amenity you want there, and live in peace with your family, or find a better neighborhood
Facts.
that's more welcoming to you. It don't gotta be all black. But why live around races that don't want you there, and why reward them by paying millions of dollars for a house that's gonna up their property value? Unless, once again, you're doing it just to piss people off. And T.I. came into that neighborhood like Thugnificent just because he knew it would bother everybody.
That's right, y'all. Put your hands up, white folks.
But if that was the case, you already know how that would go. Those people would be calling the police on T.I. every single day for every little thing. Complaining about any and everything they could and just trying to make it as uncomfortable as possible for a black family in their neighborhood. I mean, we see it every day with black people minding their business and then being harassed.
It's illegal for you to have the yams at the park. Okay. Understand for me.
I know they always kick me out, so if they kick me out, I'll go. But
okay, just letting you know. I do not want a physical altercation.
Are you a cop?
No.
Okay, let a cop be a cop. You're not a cop, right?
Or a male Karen harassing an ice cream man for playing ice cream music from his ice cream truck.
You're upset about his music?
Yes.
Why?
Can you keep walking?
He has an ice cream truck. Why are you upset about his music?
Because there's a.
That's what ice cream trucks do.
You're allowed to play the music until you stop behind the public park, and then there is a law that you have to turn off the music.
But how is that bothering you?
I'm not bothering nobody. Do I know what bothers you?
How is that bothering you? He's an ice cream truck. He's trying to get kids to come to the ice cream truck. So why are we bothering him?
When he has a complaint, because it is the law, and he can avoid disparaging people who have a problem with it.
With the ice cream truck man.
And you see, this is, and I'm sure that was a black ice cream man, but you see, this is the thing. We as black people really just need to get the fuck on and leave these people where they at. You know what I mean? Okay, you don't want to be bothered with us. Okay, cool. We won't play your sports. We won't be in your movies. We won't do business with you. Y'all can just do business amongst yourselves. We won't have kids with you. We don't want nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? They'll have a problem with that. They'll have a fucking problem with that.
If he was white, would you say anything about his music?
Are you calling somebody racist?
If he was white, would you say anything about his music?
This is
If he was a white man, would you say anything about his music?
This has nothing to do with what color
It has
he
a lot
is.
to do with it, because if he was, you wouldn't say anything about his music.
So we went to riding around the motherfucking neighborhood, asking motherfuckers to sell me their house.
So you get hit with racism and then you get more desperate to buy a house in a racist neighborhood?
I just basically ride down the street like, I could live in that house, that one. Let go ask them. And we found a motherfucker and I overpaid like a motherfucker. Just I bought with my pride and my ego. But because she wanted that house, you know what I mean? I later grew to love it. I've been on the lake maybe 2-3 times, man. I ain't really know, you know what I mean? There's too many mosquitoes and all that old kind of shit. I ain't finna jump in no lake, man. Motherfucker, man, come on, bro.
You overpaid for a house in a neighborhood that you didn't even want to live in, that you knew the rest of the white people in the neighborhood didn't want you in. They refused.
So you let her emotions and feelings influence your decision. Bad move.
To sell you a house because of other races in the neighborhood. So you
And that
drove
part
around
too.
to find a house, overpaid for it, and then you don't even like the lake. How does this make sense at all?
I mean, but I bought it because that was she wanted and we raised our children there, so that has like a sentimental connection. You know what I mean? It ain't really nothing that I'm a prodigy, keep it in the family. You know what I mean? Cause now I'm redoing the whole house. redoing the basement, putting the bowling alley and all kinds of other shit in there. I done redid my master bedroom, master bathroom. I done turned it. I got a whole big ass closet. This, you know what I mean? Like some shit that only niggas like us gonna appreciate that. So it ain't really, I ain't gonna be able to get my money's worth out of it. I'm just investing in it because I know I ain't finna get rid of it, and I want it to be up to my standard.
Exactly.
If you're not going to get rid of a house and you're changing it to match your personality, he could have bought anywhere in Atlanta. There are huge neighborhoods, mansions in Atlanta, but he said there was no lake, which doesn't matter because he don't even like the lake.
Again, it was for her benefit. It was for her liking.
People that discriminate against you. Don't reward
And I'm not saying that
people
to be
by
mean.
spending
I'm
your
just
money
saying.
with them or in their establishments. Have more pride for yourself. Have more self-respect for yourself. And spend money where you're wanted, where you're valued as a person and a customer. More black people should be doing that. We all should be supporting businesses that rock with us, that support our community, whether that's all black businesses or other businesses that really support the black community. We all work hard for our money, and our money should only be spent at places that value us. It's really that simple. If I go in the store and nobody greets me and it's poor customer service, I won't spend my money in that store. If I'm ever discriminated against, that business or person will not see a penny from me. Do not reward people who show disdain for you, your culture, or your people by spending money with them. We got to support businesses and people that support us in our community. But shout out to my channel members. Thank you so much for supporting, and thanks for watching. Y'all let me know what you think about all this in the comments. Also, make sure you check out the next video, and don't forget to follow me.
That's going to be the end of it. Shout outs to Jew Almighty. Yeah, I completely 100% agree with him. I truly think that we as black people, we have to just get our own thing going, have our own money, our own banks, our own beauty supply stores. We need to be able to say we have our own. I always use this example when I talk to people about this. If you was to take 4 kids of different nationalities, each and every one of those kids can point out what business their father owns, except the black kid. The white boy can say, oh, my dad has the banks. The Indian kid can say, oh, we got the gas stations. The Asians, oh, we got the beauty supply store, nail salon, China buffet. And then when you get to that black boy, he can't tell you what business his father owns in that neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? If you're lucky, he might own a tire shop, maybe. But that ain't bringing in no real money. You know what I'm saying? So we just need to be left to figure things out and have our own. You feel me? But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. Make sure you chin check the like button, take the subway, and be sure to sound off in the comment section till security kicks y'all up out of there. That being said, it's your boy Robbie. Till the next video, we gone.